Here we go. Now the Nandle thing. Alright. So, I've been doing a fair bit in between stuff still. Avoiding the story, though. I did, yeah, got a new camp established here. Rode around a bunch. And after... get a few things in. Oh shit, that's on scroll.
Just came on to let you know that I'm getting pretty tired, gonna be going to bed, but hope your stream goes well, dude.
Thanks. Yeah.
How's the artwork coming along, by the way?
I have not had a chance to get started on it.
No worries. The game got canceled this Sunday anyway due to another player having work-related stuff, so I know how that feels.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. Again, cool of you to do that for me. You're a good man.
I'll try to get it done in a timely fashion.
Can't rush good art. Good night.
Good night. Just get one of those. And so, you know, I'm gonna check out to see if that combi is female. Which is not. Okay, gotta get out of range. Oh, hey, Pseudo-Widow. I ran into a Bonsly earlier. In, yeah, it was under one of the rocks. Which was weird at first until I remembered, oh yeah, Bonsly's a rock. So hi, Echo. Thank you. Okay. So, I ran into my first space-time distortion. Or perhaps I should say, I observed my first space-time distortion. But when that happened, I was about here on the map, and the distortion was over here on the other side of the river, which I could not find a way to cross, so I wound up traveling all the way around to try to get to it, and it disappeared by the time I got there.
Yeah, so the way distortions work, if you haven't figured it out, or basically they first appear, but when they first appear, they're kind of winding up, so you can see them, but they won't actually be active. And then about 5 minutes later, they become fully active.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to switch. I'm getting my pizza at the same time, so it's going to be.
All right.
Okay, there. So, yes, we've got dinner. Today's Pathfinder game was interesting.
How so?
the best way to describe how it went at the start. Small child steals cup from statue. Statue wants cup back. Dragon girl and rat boy bully statue into giving it to little girl.
Nice.
Essentially, this golem was chasing around our druid girl because she stole this magic chalice, and Megara and our rat fighter basically kept on using like trip and shove to keep the golem back while trying to convince our druid to give the chalice back to it. And she didn't want it. She's like, no, it's mine.
No.
She almost died for it. Like, she got knocked down and was put into dying, and the GM's like, okay, she drops the chalice. She then used a spell to damage the golem, and she had one action left. He's like, okay, you can either stand up with that one action. He's like, I'm gonna use my last action to take hold of the chalice. And we're just like, it's gonna kill you.
This child.
Yeah.
Let's see. A burned out campfire. Somebody must have been here.
That's what you were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, these.
Now who might you be? Not some stray traveler from the look of you. There's only one reason people go poking around out here in the middle of nowhere. You're after us three, aren't you? Sisters, we should introduce ourselves properly. Before we show this poor fool how wrong she was to assume she could ever beat us. I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our paths. I'm the eldest, and I'll be your unlucky charm. Thought you spotted a four-leaf clover? Well, I'll soon have you seeing double. I'm the middle sister, and I'm one clover you can't pick. Heads I win, and tails you lose. You've got no chance in this game of fortunes. I'm the youngest, coin, but I'm definitely not your good luck piece. We're the infamous bandit trio, the Misfortune Sisters, and your luck's just run out. Oh, you three are just a treat.
Yep. Candace's ancestor and Agatha / Bertha, since they are very similar. You know, I think I was talking about this with Grady last night. I think this game kind of gives even more evidence to the whole humans are Pokemon thing, because it seems like hairstyles are hereditary.
Oh, she'll hurt me only a little, huh? Come on, Toxicroak, let's douse this fool in poison. Wow.
We do this every week now. And yeah, there's another reason why people think that Agatha and Bertha, or was it Bertha, or whatever the E4 from the ground E4 from Sinnoh.
Mm-hmm.
This game gives some extra evidence as to why she may be related to Agatha. because again, they do look very similar, and this member of the Misfortune Trio, she has both their races.
I'm not fond of this outcome, but at least it's still better than plowing fields for the Galaxy team.
And who is it again? Was it Saturn with that hair?
I think so. I'll admit I kind of forget the only obvious one I remember is Mars because she has red hair.
Yeah.
I want to say Neptune because blue, but I'm
right.
not sure.
Yeah.
The Galaxy team continues to spoil things for me even after I've left. Take the blasted fragment and go. Just leave us alone. I mean, you're the ones who decided it was a good idea to take on me, but okay. See, fragment that was once part of a stone panel in the Silesian ruins. Markings carved on it that appear to be some kind of writing. The weird writing on it made us think the stupid thing was some kind of treasure. But it turned out to be a worthless slab of junk. All that effort for nothing. Tell me, why were you even seeking us out? What set you on this path? I so wish I could say I'm on a mission from God, but yeah, this works.
Okay, yeah, it was Saturn.
Ah. Let's see. Goodness, how selfless of you to go so far out of your way for the sake of another. Not all of us have the luxury of offering such unthinking kindness to strangers. For some of us, simply surviving another day takes all that we have. And I've got a score to settle with the Galaxy team, which now includes you. Alright. Remember what those ancient verses tell us. Why is it in days of spring beneath the soft caress of the sun, the blossoms tremble and fall, spirits lashed by uncertainty? Your days are also numbered, Galaxy Fool. Well, alright. I mean, I'm more willing to believe that's a case of they can see my fucking power level and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna pretend that we're gonna motherfucker you up later.
You know, this is one of those things where it's like, I wish like there would be times where, especially like you're dealing with bandits and that, where it's just like, dude, like if we fight, I'm gonna kick your ass, and I'd rather not get into a fight. Why don't I just, you know, pay you some money and we just go our separate ways?
It's like, I'll pay you 1,000 Poké Dollars to fuck off.
Basically, because it's like, especially if you just load with money, it's just like, I've got so much money I don't know what to do with it.
Good work, very good work indeed, Liberty. You got the fragment back safe and sound. I'm well aware of Caliba's reputation. They say she's stubborn, too old-fashioned, and so on. But she's given the Pro Clan all she has ever since she was young. She lived her prime years here in the Hisui region, trusting in the guidance of Almighty Sinnoh. I don't think it's that she hates the Diamond Clan or the Galaxy team. Rather, I think she simply loves the Pro Clan very, very much. No, I hate them both! I'm sure she's just saying that. Anyway, I do hope you're able to calm Ursaluna's frenzy, Liberty. A raging Pokemon in the area definitely isn't good for business, I assure you. Alright, here you go. So you've come to bother me again? Well, come as often as you'd like, but it won't change my mind.
I just realized she's an old curmudgeon that constantly has her beaver on display.
This is true. This wall fragment. What? You went and retrieved the fragment from those bandits? Why go out of your way like that for a complete stranger like me? It wasn't altruism, I can assure you that, lady. I guess you're that eager to come, Ursaluna, hmm? Yeah? I'll admit, I didn't expect anybody else to truly care for Ursaluna. Well then, let's see that wall fragment. Yeah, there we go. Good as new. I mean... I guess if you had a really shitty carver, that could be new. Let's see. All lives touch other lives to create something anew and alive. Let me read what it says. Okay, if it makes you feel better, Grandma. All lives touch other lives to create something anew and alive. I see. I suppose it means people helping each other, like how you helped retrieve the fragment. I've read this passage many, many times, but this is the first time I've truly understood what it means. Maybe this is Almighty Sinnoh's guidance. Well, what is your name then, girl? I see. Liberty. Please lend me your strength so that we may help Ursaluna. It's true that Ursaluna has become enraged, but he doesn't seem to be in an utter frenzy. I think he will return to his normal state if we could just give him some medicine. I could never bring myself to engage Pokemon in battle, but that's something I can rely on you for, am I right? Ursaluna prefers to stay on Sludge Mound. Please join me there when you're ready.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
I need to talk to you, Urgle. About, paladin things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also watching you. Hallway.
Thank you.
Yep, he's about to fight Ursaluna,
Ah,
as you might have just seen.
yeah. Do you have cat ears?
No, he's got the baneful fox mask, aka the blanking on name. Holy shit.
Hisuian Zoroark mask.
Yes.
I'm guessing you have to have caught.
I mean, it was a
the-
mystery
before-
gift thing.
Yeah, Mr. Gift.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. Probably should check the clothing store. See what I can actually get. Yes, what I wanted to talk to you about... Well, there's two things. One is about archetypes, because I just want to have a better understanding of just what we're dealing with that. And the other is about... Namely, it's about class feats, because a lot of the champion stuff for Kingston that he can get access to at this level, at level 2, is they are an oath. their O's. And to give you an idea, let's just pull up the... Well, there's some O's are more simple to translate over to a Pokemon game than others. Namely, Dragon Slayer and Shining Oath, which is Evil Dragon and Evil Undead, respectively. But I have a harder time fitting in Esoteric and Fiend's Bane.
Okay.
Because Esoteric is basically abominations,
Yeah.
and Fiend's Bane is, of course, fiends.
Fiend
Yeah.
could be dark types, and Esoteric
Yeah.
could be like extra dimensional Pokemon.
Yeah. Ultra Beasts.
Oh, okay. Alright, that makes sense. So I guess the question is... What do I want Kingston to be particularly against?
See, I think the problem with those oaths, and like this is just me as a player of Pathfinder as well, is that while they can be really good in a focused campaign, like say if you're doing something like Wrath of the Righteous, where you are going to be against demons a lot, then having an oath against demons is really strong. In a campaign where you're not guaranteed to encounter a lot of a certain type, it's a bit of a harder pick.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Thankfully, there are, like, actual alternative things for different types of paladins.
Yeah.
Or champions. Bloody... rename the thing. So there are, like, there is, like, the Redeemer versions of these things. So basically, to pick one of these oaths, 3 things that happen is you get a tenant added to your code, which basically means, in this case, you must banish or slay... I'm just using the Fiend's Bane oath as the example here. You must banish or slay fiends you come across as long as you have a reasonable chance of success. In the incredibly unlikely event you find a good fiend, you don't have to banish or kill it. So that basically counts for all of them, is if you encounter an evil version, or just a normal version, because sometimes Ultra Beasts are kind of dicks, you just have, if you have a chance of success, you have to fight it.
Yeah.
Let's see, Glimpse of Redemption's resistance against damage from a such and such is 7 plus your level. So yes, Glimpse of Redemption. I haven't been using that lately, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, because that's a pretty good ability. And you don't consider your chosen thing to be legitimate authorities, even in nations ruled by them. So, yeah. So basically, it's a choice between, as far as O's are concerned, would Kingston have benefit bonuses against dragons, against Ultra Beasts, Dark types, or Ghosts?
Actually, I think instead of being Ultra Beast, we could find a different type to fit that in that is a bit more open. Like, because if you think about it, like Dark type, Ghosts, and dragons are kind of, even in Pokemon, kind of end up being sort of the more like either the antagonistic type Pokemon. So maybe Esoteric could be Poison? Or, yeah, Poison probably works well. Or, like, Fae could be another one, or Fairy.
Yeah, but Bren mentioned the idea of Fairy.
Yeah.
Fairy might count. But yeah, still wanted to... Sorry, you go ahead, Ole.
I was just gonna say, well, obviously Ultra Beast is the first thing that comes to mind. It could extend to any other Pokemon that zips out and about. Like, Unknown are kind of, supposedly kind of reside in a space of their own.
Yeah. And yeah, it could sort of be because like yeah, it could sort of be any sort of Pokemon that could be considered like an outsider in that regard.
Ooh,
The actual
Clefairy,
tenets
because
of-
they're from the moon.
Yeah.
The tenets of the thing does basically say you must slay evil aberrations you encounter as long as you have a reasonable chance of success.
Yeah.
So that's kind of open to interpretation of what counts as an aberration.
I mean, the biggest thing is, of course, I don't have evil in my setting.
You could also have, like, just Pokemon that might be considered unnatural, like genetic experimentations like Mewtwo or Genesect or...
Yeah. All the poor Dittos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to give it some thought. I will give it some thought. I am rather happy with the skill feats that Kingston took. He has taken root magic.
Fair enough.
Just since I'm pretty sure Orway might not know that off the top of his head. Root magic basically means that Kingston, when he's preparing doing his daily preparations, he assembles a small pouch with bits of herbs, hair, and sacred oils and that sort of stuff, which you then give to one ally. The first time that day the ally attempts a saving throw against a spell or haunt, they gain a circumstance bonus, depending on just how good at occultism Kingston is.
Yeah.
Alright.
Basically a protective charm.
Yeah.
Or in Pokemon terms, a spell tag.
Or even, like, literally the charms they've included in this game.
Yeah, true. I never use them, I keep forgetting about them.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing.
This big old burr.
Yeah. I think Ursa, like, it's funny how just like a couple of weeks back I was saying like, I don't like Ursaring because it's just this kind of generic looking bear, and I think Ursaluna kind of completes the look. It's like, yes, it is a bear, but it's also stylized enough to actually be like, yes, this is a Pokemon.
Yeah, I know how to evolve the damn thing, but I'm not entirely sure. But
It's a pain in the ass.
yeah,
You need a specific mud block, and you have to use that mud block on a night of a full moon.
yeah, I've got the mud block.
Yeah.
I've got the actual item. It's just the full moon part.
Yeah.
Like, is it like does the moon change in game, or do I have
Yes.
to actually wait?
So the way it works is the moon cycle in the game is every 2 days is one phase of the moon. So it's like, you know, full moon, then like
Waning
waning,
crescent.
yeah,
Okay.
crescent, waxing, yeah. So
Oh,
it's
good.
basically like, I think like what, 16 in-game days for every cycle, complete cycle.
Right. At the moment, I'm not sure if last time I checked if I was heading into a new moon or just coming out of it, but it's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
They thought of this big old bear using baby doll eyes as... But at the same time, I'm reminded of something that I think is a very good take from one of my favorite VTubers, Juniper, which is bears are the succubi of the natural world in that they look all soft and fuzzy and furry and things you want to go up to and pet, but you really shouldn't because bears will frick you up.
It's sort of, I feel like hippos are also kind of in that same family.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of animals are. Like, look at cats.
We look soft and weak, but the moment you fuck with us, we will eat you.
respect the murder fur.
Congratulations, you kicked the shit out of a bear.
Mm-hmm. Ursaluna, my poor darling, you must be exhausted from running around like that. Come, let me make you all better.
Considering she's 99 years old, she looks surprisingly good. Considering that she's still breathing. And isn't dust.
I have here a special medicine of the Pearl Clan. It'll clear out any poison in a Pokemon's body. If poison's what's causing Ursaluna's rage, this is sure to calm him down. We call it Toxagon! Oh my god.
I do love that her face just sort of changes color from pale to just red.
It's so potent that we can only use it on tough, resilient Pokemon like Ursaluna.
Yeah, if we tried to use this on a Bidoof, it would fucking explode.
No.
I am concerned that this is an anti-poison that you have to... I mean, like, okay, I can understand that, like, okay, there's anti-venom and whatever, and, like, you don't want to, like... You don't want to put too much into someone's body more than they absolutely need, but, like, god damn, that is some medicine.
Oh, it'll cure you. It'll probably kill you in the... It'll get rid of the poison. It might kill you in the process, but it will kill the poison.
There, dear Ursaluna. You've calmed down now, haven't you?
Actually, that kind of reminds me how they used to treat... What was it? Damn it, what was it? I know what I'm thinking, it's just I'm currently blanking on what it's actually called. Sexual transmitted disease... Starts with an S.
Syphilis?
That's the one. Syphilis. Thank you. Because I knew what it was, but I just couldn't just have that click in the head where I just wasn't pronouncing how to pronounce it. Yeah, they used to treat syphilis by intentionally giving someone malaria.
Oh my god.
Yeah. To be fair, there was a logic behind it, because malaria literally just made the body just fever so high that it actually burnt out the syphilis.
Still, wow.
It was just, you had malaria and there was a very real chance you would die.
Yes. This is all...
So, it was well known even back then as a deadly cure. But considering just how bad syphilis was back in those days, and that was literal at the time, that was literally all they fucking had to counter it. Sometimes you just had to suck it up.
This is all very strange, though. Yeah, he wasn't having the whole glowy thing happening with him. Very astute of you, Galaxy Team Recruit.
I didn't have a boss. I didn't have like one of those action boss battles with him.
You're exactly right. When you quelled Cleaver's frenzy, I could see the strange light rising into the sky all the way from here. But no such strange light erupted from Ursaluna after you defeated him, nor was he glowing. And what is this clinging to Ursaluna's coat? It seems like some kind of powder. That girl from the Diamond Clan, Elrizu. Now, why did she, of all people, find the need to come and tell me about Ursaluna, I wonder? Yeah, but I almost forgot something important. Play your Celestica flute for me, won't you? Ooh. Any
Yeah,
gaming Kate. Nice.
I will. It's not really not really a spoiler, but at some point you will actually hear someone play that flute legitimately. Like they'll actually play a proper song on it, and it actually really is a very beautiful instrument to listen to.
Ooh. I look forward to hearing that.
Do part of me wishes they actually did go the Ocarina of Time route and actually have different little melodies for the different Pokemon.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Ursaluna is very good at finding things that are buried in the ground. We say that he's digging for treasure, even if these treasures might not always glitter or gleam. Now go and let your commander know of what transpired here, child of the Galaxy team. Brr.
The funny thing is, the first time I used him to dig up a treasure, right after that, he gave me like 10 mud balls. So I just imagine this really happy looking Ursaluna just sort of sitting there waiting for the appraisal of its quote unquote treasure, just handing you a pile of mud and just, thanks, buddy.
Oh yeah. There is actually a collection of things I've started digging up with him. Just not entirely sure what the hell it's meant to be used for, or if it's just.
I'm guessing it's, yeah, there is some lore-based stuff that you can pick up, that you can find while digging.
Yeah.
I haven't found them all yet myself.
Hey, oh, you want to see something special while you're in that area?
Sure.
Oh wait, I'll let you dig up a thing first before I tell you.
By the way, since you've got Goomy, I assume that means you saw Sliggoo.
Yes.
Sliggoo is the best in this. I absolutely love Hisuian Sliggoo.
It was interesting seeing him rolling about.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't like what they did to the Gudra line.
Oh, I love. Okay. Gudra, I've actually grown to like. Still prefer normal Gudra, but Hisuian Gudra, I still like. But God, Sliggoo is just adorable. And there you go, old verse. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Verse 9. Part of a series of old poems that have been unearthed around the Hisui region. Judging from the handwriting, it appears they were all written by the same person. Let's give it a read. I set the bones of Pokemon adrift upon the river. I let my memories flow on, adrift upon the river. Into the ocean they will flow, perhaps around the world to go. How many bones in days now gone have I now set adrift from me? How many bones in days to come will I yet set adrift to sea? While every gift with which I part takes a sliver of my heart. Damn.
Yeah, that's actually pretty beautiful.
Indeed.
Alright. If you'll turn back around and go back to the arena you just fought the big bear at,
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you something.
Won't be there yet if you talk about what I think you are.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright, just turn a bit to the left. See that little stump? That little...
Yeah.
Turn it a little bit more, a little bit. Just
It's
turn
not
it.
there until he's finished the next story step.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Just, you see that... Well, while we're here, you see that log there? There's
Not
a
that
little...
one. Keep going to your left.
Oh, not that one?
No.
Okay.
It's a log like that, but it's more closer to the center. It's more on the ridge of the arena. So it's the next one, basically right to your right now.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those logs. It's one of those. Yeah, it's not. Apparently, as Argyle said, it's not there yet.
Ah.
I think you have to progress the story before it shows up.
Well, I guess that's something I'll come back for.
Yeah. Really, I mean, I probably should invest more time into those things, but
And now kick this Geodude's ass and then go to report.
to be fair, they're not all Geodude.
Yeah, I actually ran into one that was a Bonsley, which was honestly surprising.
Really? Excuse me, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I will be back.
Alright. And then I'll just collect this and... No, I am going to go back now. I'm not going to fall into that pitfall of, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Which this game does so well.
Oh, yes. Because it's like, ooh, there's a resource that I can gather. Ooh, there's a Pokemon I can catch. Ooh, what's this thing over here? It's just...
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
One of the big complaints that a lot of, like, a certain number of people have with this game is like, oh, the open world stuff isn't that interesting. It's like, it doesn't really encourage you to go exploring. I'm like, bullshit! I've had more encouragement exploring in this than I have in a lot of open world games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just because, like, the act of catching new Pokemon that might be hidden around a corner is really enticing.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so too, especially with all the tasks I gave you for the decks. Liberty, I think you've got something stuck to you.
This is exactly what we were just talking about.
Was that a Pokemon? Come to think of it, Volo did mention that there were carvings that resembled writing on the walls of the Salacion ruins. But supposing that the Pokemon we just saw is a species with multiple forms, perhaps the carvings are actually likenesses of this very Pokemon. I'm going to add a section specifically for that species to your Pokedex, Liberty. What's this now? Letter-like markings seem to have appeared in this section I've just added. And was that your arc phone I just heard? If your mysterious device is reacting to this new species, I wonder what that could mean. So press the button while viewing the cover of your Pokedex to jump to your unknown research notes. By deciphering the cryptic symbols found in these notes, you can try to find all the unknown hiding throughout the region. These unknown possess a mysterious power that repels Pokeballs containing Pokemon, so you won't be able to catch them, but track them down and catch them all if you can. Oh, you can't battle. Okay.
Yeah, it's a scavenger quest.
And that's what she told me to keep an eye out for?
Yeah.
That's
back at the arena. Yeah.
Okay, I'll catch one thing and then I'll go back. There you are.
I return.
Yeah, and he just unlocked the unknown quest.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they don't start showing up until you have the scene where the professor points them out.
Okay.
Let's see. Ooh, I can evolve my Machop.
I do like about this game just the fact that the filling out the Podex does actually encourage you not to just immediately evolve a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do want to see what the individual thing does.
The good thing is, I was worried at first that you'd have to complete all entries of the Pokedex to, finish the game, but it's like, nah, you just have to have them registered in your Pokedex.
Oh. I mean, I guess that makes sense in case you fuck up a once in a game possibility.
Yeah, and like, Arceus did say, just once you've seen all Pokemon, then you'll see me again. Well, I could just easily imagine, like, I could see, it's like, you question is like, okay, when you say see all Pokemon, like, are you talking about, like, in the world, or just, like, in the region? Just the region. Okay.
Just to clarify, when you see them all, like, just their type, or do I literally have to track down every individual little shit?
Just their species. Okay.
Now that just has me thinking of a situation where someone's like, okay, go up to a Bidoof or Bibarel. It's like, hi, I'm supposed to see every Pokemon. God told me I had to. Oh, well, in that case, kids, come out. God said that you all had to see this human.
Yeah, okay, God. So it's like, yeah, sure, you want me to see all Pokemon, we've established that. But like, what about those what about those legendaries? Like, isn't there one that you apparently banished? It's like, I guess I can have him come out and see you.
I saw this coming, yet I'm still disappointed.
You're back. Get to the commander's office, quick.
So I'm just reminded of the story of Shuggy the Seldom Dog. Just one of the characters they bring up, and that is basically this he was a wizard that got gearsed by one of the more artistic gods in order to. He was basically tasked with. He had to paint or draw a picture of every kind of animal. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yes, me and Argyle have joked about the guy who teaches you how to improve your bag space.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
Yeah.
Like, to my knowledge, there doesn't appear to be an upper limit.
Yeah, like as I said, I've seen people go as high as $1 million.
See.
In terms of cost.
It's like, so you see, if you manage to harness the power of a micro black hole,
Yeah.
Liberty, we have a situation here. Let me explain. Lilligant, our clan's Lady of the Rage, is in a frenzy. And Arzu knowingly kept this from me. A Lilligant? Yes, there are only female Lilligant, which makes this honored one our Lady of the Ridge. But this isn't the time for cultural lessons. I'd like to find out just what Arezu was thinking, but she's nowhere in Jubilife Village. Last I saw, she was at the Wallflower polishing off a big old plate of potato mochi. Not that I blame her, my cooking is simply irresistible after all. If Arzu of the Diamond Clan was somehow involved in that situation with the raging Ursaluna of the Pearl Clan, it could lead to the two clans going at each other's throats again. Tell me, Commander, if we do end up in a struggle with the Pro Clan, what will your people do? We would be forced to remain neutral. Yeah?
I was just about to say, it's like, it seems like your two clans are just like a freaking hat drop away from bloody war every day.
I mean, when you have a history of warfare and violence, that when you're trying a more peaceful thing, that is kind of a thing that comes up. Although that being said, the idea of one of your clan members basically interfering with one of the sacred animals of the other clan is kind of a big deal.
Which really makes sense with why we had to step in for the one time to be like, yeah, we're going to be the ones who are responsible for potentially frickin' up your noble, instead of the very questionable thing of having the other dudes get involved. Let's see. Meaning what? If we were to show support for one side, it would put us at odds with the other. We came here to create a home for ourselves, not to take part in tearing the land apart. Right. Of course. After all the work you put in to get us to treat one another as equals and keep us from fighting, I suppose it's no surprise you'd refuse to intervene if trouble were to break out again. Liberty, perhaps you have some idea how we might address the situation? I mean, honestly, that doesn't make sense to me, so I'll just say, not really. I don't fucking know. I know! Why don't we call in Ursa Luna? He has a keen nose for tracking. If you are strong enough that Ursa Luna deemed you worthy, then you should be ready to quell Lilligant's frenzy as well. I'll head to Lilligant's seat, then. Brave Arena, it's called. If you'll excuse me.
I do admit, one of the things I like about Arceus, the actual thing, is does the storyline, the conflicts actually do seem legitimate?
Yeah. Like, it's a thing... Go ahead.
You go.
You go.
Like, it's... Like, usually, the conflict of a Pokemon game is driven by a group of fanatics who are after one thing or another. But here, it's more, we're trying to live in peace, but we've had a fairly long history of religious war, and this is hard.
Yeah.
And I can respect that.
Yeah, because it's kind of a thing of, like, most of the plots of the Pokemon games have been, there's the gym challenge, which is, let's be honest, it's really just a metric to give you milestones to know how far you are until you hit the end of the game. And then there's the team plot. And while that's been a very useful thing, it's nice to have this thing where, yeah, it's not a clear-cut, oh, these are the bad dudes. It's like, these are people who have lived here a long time, who have a very particular set of beliefs, and they've kind of had to tolerate living with other people who have a different set of beliefs. And you've kind of stumbled into this situation and kind of have to navigate it without making things explode.
Like, it does make it very clear, it's only a very recent development that we've got these two people to stop trying to murder each other, and they're willing to give peace a try.
Mm-hmm. Listen well,
That's
Liberty.
cool.
You must quell any Pokemon that could cause harm to the people of Hisui. Always remember, we came here to make a new home where we could live without war or strife. Okay, so that's why we needed him to sniff out a Rezu. Okay.
It's like, wait, you're not going to remind me again of how I'm an outsider and nobody trusts me again?
And I will admit, part of part of the thing is, I do kind of like the reason why he sort of just has that slight distrust. It's not so much that you're an outsider or that you're new to the area. It's more you fell through a fucking rift between
Yeah.
space and time.
Yeah.
True.
And it's like, as got pointed out to me, with how, like, I accidentally came in here claiming I was the champion of God. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, let's say, okay, you're these people who have just settled into a new land. You're not entirely sure of new things, but you know you're just kind of starting to get a name for yourself. But oh, there's this. You've kind of had some issues just trying to get the natives to stay calm with each other after they've had a long-standing religious kind of beef with each other. And it's like, okay, we're here. We're trying to understand everything. We're trying to catch and gain knowledge about these strange monsters that live here. And then this girl just falls out of the sky, is a freaking pro at just catching Pokemon with this newly created tool, goes out, knows how to battle with them quite well, and in my case, was saying, hey, I can handle this, I'm the champion of God. It's like, what the fuck is this girl? Where did she come from?
No, to be fair, it wasn't that she was saying that she's a champion of God. She was saying that she's the champion of Sinnoh because
Yeah.
she was saying it's the region.
There's also just the... It's not so much they came from the sky, it's more the fact that they came from that giant, unnatural-looking rip in reality.
Yeah.
That we're not entirely sure what caused that. That's kind of a problem.
You have a lot of cricket tot.
Yes, I kind of went ham on Cricketot for a while because it's like, oh, I could catch a lot and try to, sneak up on them, and they're like, they don't really fight you. So it's like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and conk one on the head with a ball. Why not?
And I see you didn't get lucky with a female combi. Oh, you did.
I think I do have.
Yeah, you've got one right there.
Yeah, I might have to raise it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for the record, you can also just go to the actual pasture lady and actually mass release things. There is actually a benefit to doing so.
I don't think you can. You have. I don't think you unlock that until you've filled out like 7 or 8 boxes.
I think she did mention something about releasing them at one point when I stepped up to her.
Yeah.
This is a lovely mushroom and all, but where's the parasect you promised me? You can't be saying this mushroom is actually... Yeah. Yeah? The mushroom. It turned around. No. No, you're saying this thing is a Pokemon, not a mushroom.
It can be both.
And yet, call it a forager's intuition, but 20 long years of picking tells me something is amiss. Yes, I'm sure of it. This thing that turned to look at me just now, it's definitely a mushroom. I mean, symbiosis, dude. Huh, had you for a minute there. Please forgive my shroom humor. But could you imagine? To think, a Pokemon that's really just a mushroom. Such a thing is the stuff of fiction, right?
Imagine Parasect's like, I don't look like the way you're looking at me, dude.
Just the mushroom. It's on to me.
Did you complete Parasect's Pokedex?
I don't think so, like... Cause, and I think I've only evolved up one... No, I think I even caught that one. And... Where is the
So yeah, it took me a while to realize that you could actually order in proper Pokedex and order in sort of the poll. Okay, yeah. It gets an interesting new Pokedex entry.
Oh. Well, that should be interesting.
I mean, it's not like you can't just go out and get another one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it Paris? Check Paris.
See, sometimes seen at the foot of trees in humid forests, the mushrooms on its back, called tochikasu, are not present on infant specimens and instead emerge as Paris matures.
And now, yeah, it's Parasect.
Hmm. Yeah.
I still haven't completed the Pokedex entry on Stantler yet.
Wonder how
Like,
much
I'm
you
trying,
have.
but it's just a pain in the ass. Then I don't really want to have one in the party.
Yeah, to get Weird Ear, it's a bit annoying. You have to use Strong Style, Psychic Bash, 20 times.
They kind of do the same thing with the... But I think it's a Quillfish? I think that's what it's called.
Kind of reminds me of the like Surfetched had a thing where you had to get like a bunch of critical hits with Farfetch'd, right?
Yeah,
Which is
I think it had to be done in like one battle or something.
oh, that just I think I'll say that's an interesting method, but at the same time that just seems tedious. Well, this is gonna be where I call it for the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for hanging, dudes, and nice to have you drop in for this time in particular, Gravy.
No problem. Alright. I'll go.
Yes.
I knew I forgot something. Archetypes.
Right, archetypes, yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing with those?